We are the Hebrew Israelites.
Okay.
We're definite Hebrew Israelites. But it was other things that went along with the curses that was put on our people in Deuteronomy 28 chapter. And then once you begin to see these things, you begin to understand why our people walk around in darkness as far as religious doctrine is concerned.
Shabbat Shalom. Our scripture reading for today is Psalms chapter 145, verses 3, 7 through 9. Great is Yahweh, and greatly to be praised, and his greatness is unsearchable. They shall abundantly utter the memory of your great goodness, and shall sing of your righteousness. Yahweh is gracious and full of compassion, slow to anger, and of great mercy. Yahweh is good to all, and his tender mercies are over all his works.
Shabbat Shalom, family. Our selection today, Yah's been good to me.
God's been good to me.
Oh, down through the years.
God's been
good to me. Down through the years.
God's been
good to me. He's been good.
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 He's been good to me.
Through sickness and pain, God's been good to me.
Oh, through sickness and pain.
Oh yeah.
God's been good to me.
Oh,
through sickness and pain.
oh yeah.
God's been good to me. He's been good.
He's been good.
He's been good.
Good.
He's been good.
All on my job, man, God's been good to me.
Oh, all of my job.
Thankful.
God's been good to me. All of my job.
God's been
good to me. He's been good.
He's been good.
He's been
He's been
good.
good.
He's been
He's been good to me.
All of my life, God's been good to me.
All of my life.
And I thank Him.
God's been good to me.
Oh,
All of my life.
oh yeah.
God's been good to me. He's been good.
He's been
He's
good.
been good.
Good.
He's been good.
All in my home, God's been good to me.
All in my home.
Praise Yahweh.
God's been good to me. All in my home.
God's been
good to me. He's been good.
He's been good.
He's been
He's been
good.
good.
He's been
He's been
good.
ought to thank him.
God's been good to you.
Oh,
All of your life.
oh yeah.
God's been good to you. He's been good.
He's been good.
He's been good.
He's been good. He's been good to you.
All of my life, God's been good to me.
All of my life.
Better praise him.
God's been good to me. All of my life.
Man, God's been
good to me. He's been good.
He's been good.
He's been good.
He's been good to me.
He's been good.
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 He's been good to me.
Oracles of the UCI, 1 Peter chapter 4, verses 7 through 11. But the end of all things is at hand. Be you therefore sober, and watch unto prayer. And above all things have fervent love among yourselves, for love shall cover the multitude of sins. Use hospitality one to another without grudging. As every man has received the gift, even so minister the same one to another as good stewards of the manifold grace of Elohim. If any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of Elohim. If any man minister, let him do it as of the ability which Elohim gives, that Elohim in all things may be glorified through YHWH the Mashiach, to whom be praise and dominion forever and ever. Amen. Ephesians chapter 4, verses 29 through chapter 5 and verse 4. Let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth, but that which is good to the use of edifying, that it may minister grace unto the hearers. And grieve not the Holy Spirit of Elohim, whereby you are sealed until the day of redemption. Let all bitterness and wrath and anger and clamor and evil speaking be put away from you with all malice. And be you kind one to another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, even as Elohim for Yahshua's sake has forgiven you. Be you therefore followers of Elohim, as their children, and walk in love, as the Mashiach also have loved us, and has given himself for us an offering and sacrifice to Elohim for a sweet-smelling savor. But fornication, and all uncleanness, or covetousness, let it not be once named among you as become saints. Neither filthiness, nor foolish talking, nor jesting, which are not convenient, but rather given of thanks. Ecclesiastes chapter 5, verses 1 and 2. Keep your foot when you go to the house of Elohim, and be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools, for they consider not that they do evil. Be not rash with your mouth, and let not your heart be hasty to utter anything before Elohim. For Elohim is in heaven, and you upon earth. Therefore, let your words be few. Exodus chapter 23, verses 20 and 21. Behold, I send an angel before you to keep you in the way, and to bring you into the place which I have prepared. Beware of him, and obey his voice. Provoke him not, for he will not pardon your transgressions, for my name is in him. Revelations chapter 3, verses 20 through 22. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come into him and will sup with him, and he with me. To him that overcomes will I grant to sit with me in my throne, even as I have also overcame and am sat down with my Father in his throne. He that has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says unto the churches.
All right, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Which is peace on Yahweh's Holy Sabbath Day. Welcome to another holy convocation that Yahweh has enjoined unto us here in this body of Yahshua. Now, 1 Peter chapter 4 and verse 12 says, Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you, as though some strange thing has happened unto you. But rejoice, inasmuch as you are partakers of the Mashiach's sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, you may be glad also with exceeding joy. Now, I wanted to read right behind that Revelation chapter 3 and verse 18. It says, I counsel you to buy of me gold tried in the fire, that you may be rich, and white raiment, that you may be clothed, and that the shame of your nakedness does not appear, and anoint your eyes with eyesalve, that you may see. When we deal with the difference between how gold is tried, it is tried in this fire. Even though it is a good resource, a good thing to have, for it to be tried, for it to come to what it is, it must go through a fiery trial to be proven gold, for those impurities to be taken out. And this is the thing that is written of in 1 Peter, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you. Why do you believe that it is a strange thing? You would not want to go to the jeweler and get you some gold that they have not put in the fire. What is all this impurities? What all this dirt hanging out there? Is that a twig hanging out the end of my gold chain? What is this? I'm not buying that. This has not been tried in the fire. Is it good? It would be good if all this stuff wasn't in it. So then Yahweh automatically likens the trying of us to gold. First of all, do you know that you're gold? When the heat is turned up, we forget what we are. Then we start to go off into other things. Now, I want to read this verse in Isaiah 55 and verse 6. It says, seek you Yahweh while he may be found. Call you upon him while he is near. That is normally before the trial. See, our problem is we want to talk, we want to communicate when the trial has begun. Now, your opportunity to talk to Yahweh is before the trial and after the trial. He does very little talking during the trial. See, when you take your kids to get those tests, they said, it's time to take the standardized test. It's time to take either the SAT or whatever the test that they have to take to move to the next level. The one thing the parent knows, we drop you off, but we can't talk to you during the test. The only talking that we can do to you is before the test. Have you prepared for the test? Did you go through those study guides that I gave you? Did you do all of those things? If I talk to you during the test, I invalidate your test. You do know that means you got to start over and take the test again, right? They tell you point blank, there is no talking during the test. Well, my neighbor asked me for some tissue. Well, congratulations. Your neighbor has asked you for some tissue. You can go on outside. You can sign up for this test next month. Why? Because you talked during the test. You have invalidated your test. So we're expecting some communication from Yahweh. Our problem is we didn't hear all the talking that he was doing before your test began. Because you had other things on your mind. You had other things that seemed important unto you. But once that test starts, now you understand how important that stuff was that he was trying to get you to see. Anoint your eyes with eyesalve that you may see. He was trying to show you all that before the test started. You just had other things on your mind. You know, I don't know. I have other things that I want to think about, things that I want to do, things that I want to accomplish. And all of that took your eyesight off of what he's trying to show you before the trial started. Now, if he talked to you, and there's very few individuals who get communication during their trials. That's something we need to consider. Let's begin today's sermon in Ecclesiastes chapter 7. And today's sermon is entitled, The Quietness of Elohim in the Midst of Loud Turmoil. The quietness of Elohim in the midst of loud turmoil. If you don't understand this, you're going to think that your Elohim has left you. It's just you wasn't listening when he was talking. Ecclesiastes chapter 7, and let's start that at verse 1.
A good name is better than precious ointment, and the day of death than the day of one's birth. It is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting.
That doesn't even sound like what we would want. Why would it be better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting? We want to go to a party. We want to be involved in a shindig. We don't want to go to a house where there's mourning, where there's sadness, but there's something that comes from that. Keep reading.
For that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart. Sorrow is better than laughter.
Why? Go ahead.
For by the sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better.
Wait a minute. In the part of your sorrow, you are reachable. See, when you walking around and you smiling, your pocket's good, you're driving good, you're eating good, you're laying down good, you lay down and it feel like you're sleeping on air. You said, there's a $10,000 mattress I got right here. Boy, I'm sleeping good. It's hard for him to reach you now. You don't hear him. So he don't speak like men. See, these people have fooled us. Oh, I talked to God last night. Oh, no. They done fooled you. He is putting things right before you, but you don't see those. Why? Because you focusing on how good you ate yesterday. He said, but somehow in your sorrow, your hearing you turn up. You all of a sudden you have dog hearing when you in sorrow. All of a sudden, wait a minute. I think I heard a leaf crackle about a mile down. Wait a minute. You heard that? You heard that? How did you hear that? Because you were in your sorrow. You can't hear nothing over your vanity. Your vanity is loud. And it won't let you hear nothing. Go ahead.
The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth.
And that's where we want to go all the time. We show up at houses of feasting that didn't even invite us. We heard from a bird that there was something going on here. Go ahead.
It is better to hear the rebuke of the wise than for a man to hear the song of fools.
No, but we go where the fools hang out. And we want to hear the song of fools, but as soon as we start getting rebuked from the wise, oh, we got a problem. No, see, they hate me. Say, is there a prophet of Yahweh here? Yeah, but he never says anything good concerning me. He hate me, and I hate him. Go ahead.
For as the crackling of thorns under a pot, so is the laughter of the fool. This also is vanity. Surely oppression makes a wise man mad, and a gift destroys the heart. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. And the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit.
The patient in spirit. How can we be exercised in patience if Yahweh has to talk us through every step of every trial? And we want constant communication once we get into something. Now, we don't talk to Yahweh. We don't pray. We're not communicating with him. But as soon as we get into some trouble, we want constant communication. We want an open line. We want to put Yahweh on a CB. You in? I said, come in, Yahweh, over. I said, Yahweh, you hear me? Son, you didn't ask for nothing. I didn't want nothing just yet. I just wanted to make sure you was there, over. So he need to communicate with you constantly. Imagine having a child that can't take but 2 steps and they got to turn around and ask you again, can I take these other 2? Then they take 2 more steps. Hey, what about these 2? Then they take them 2. Now what about the 3 around the corner? Go ahead.
Be not hasty in your spirit to be angry, for anger resteth in the bosom of fools. Say not you, what is the cause that the former days were better than these? For you does not inquire wisely concerning this. Wisdom is good with an inheritance, and by it there is profit to them that see the sun. For wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense. But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom gives life to them that have it. Consider the work of Elohim. For who can make that straight which he has made crooked? In the day of prosperity, be joyful, but in the day of adversity, consider. Elohim also has set the one over against the other, to the end that man should find nothing after him. All things have I seen in the days of my vanity. There's a just man that perisheth in his righteousness, and there's a wicked man that prolongeth his life in his wickedness.
Right. You found out folks that do wickedness live to be 100 years old. But they need that time. See, what we don't understand is how much time we have on the other side. So we get envious of the wicked who live long in wickedness. Not understanding that Yahweh may cut us short and say, look, I don't want your judgment to be that much. So I'm going to have to cut yours short. See, I could have let the wicked live 1,000 years. They weren't going to pass their test no way. So they might well go ahead and get their time on this side. Go ahead.
Verse 16. Be not righteous over much, neither make yourself over wise. Why should you destroy yourself? Be not over much wicked, neither be you foolish. Why should you die before your time? It is good that you should take hold of this. Yea, also from this withdraw not your hand. For he that fears Elohim shall come forth of them all. Wisdom strengthens the wise more than 10 mighty men which are in the city. For there is not a just man upon earth that does good and sins not.
There is not a just man upon earth who has never sinned. At some point, we're going to all have to stand in that spot. Go ahead.
Also take no heed unto all words that are spoken, lest you hear your servant curse you.
Right. Go ahead.
For oftentimes also your own heart knows that you yourself likewise has cursed others.
But you know what we do? We have a tendency of judging ourselves only by what we got caught doing. But we don't understand how Yahweh does righteous judgment. See, the opening song says, all of my life, God has been good to me. There's some of that good that you didn't even recognize. See, there were some things that I intended on doing. I can't go and stand straight face to my Elohim and say, I've never taken a man's life. I know that I was intending on taking somebody's life and he shut the pistol down on the 3rd shot. Now, I still don't know why he ain't away from this world, because I was aiming right at him with them 3. So it still don't make no sense why he here. Now, can I go and say that I deserve the judgment of those who have never done that? No. You know why? Because Yahweh judges man by the intentions of his heart. It was my full and absolute intent to take that sucker out this world. Now, I got to deal with that. Remember, thou Yahweh didn't build a house. He intended on building the house, and Yahweh gave him a blessing throughout his entire family. He didn't lay a brick, but he intended on laying a brick. Even when his kids do wrong, Yahweh won't fully cut them off because he intended on building a house. He didn't do it, but he meant to. This is why people have half works, because they think that they're going to be judged by what they've done. We have forgot what we intended to do. See, that's the difference. That's why some people work half-heartedly. This is why some people give half-heartedly. They don't remember their intentions. You know, after a while, we retell a story and make us look good in the story. See, just give it a month or two, and we have given the edited version. You know, you got that real version, and you got the one for TV. See, we give the TV version, and the TV version, we wasn't intending on hurting that individual. Now, Yahweh blocked us from doing it, so now we tell the story in just what happened. We leave out our intentions. The intentions is where your judgment at. That's why you think you're a little bit more solid than you really are, because you don't forgot those intentions. See, you intended on tricking somebody, but it didn't work. So now you walk around saying, well, you know, we had a discussion. No. Now you're trying to sugarcoat it. Tell your intentions, because that's where your judgment lies. See, I ain't forgot what I intended to do. I know I ain't do it, but I can't take the credit for not doing it because he stopped me. Now I owe that. Go ahead, Fred.
That was it, Elder. Verse
That was
22.
it. Let's go to
1 Kings.
1 Kings chapter 19. It started at verse 1.
And Ahab told Jezebel all that Elijah has done, and withal how he had slain all the prophets with the sword. Then Jezebel sent a messenger unto Elijah, saying, So let the gods do to me, and more also, if I make not your life as the life of one of them by tomorrow about this time.
Mm-hmm.
And when he saw...
Now, wait. Jezebel intends to kill a servant of Yahweh. She might well have done it that day. It's a done deal. And Yahweh, pieces of Jezebel got thrown down the wall. See? Now, she was already intending to kill a prophet of Yahweh. Done deal. See, we don't understand when trouble comes to us because there were things that we intended to do to people because we got upset. Go ahead.
And when he saw that, he arose and went for his life and came to Beersheba, which belongs to Yehudah, and left his servant there. But he himself went a day's journey into the wilderness and came and sat down under a juniper tree. And he requested for himself that he might die and said, It is enough. Now, O Yahweh, take away my life, for I am not better than my fathers. And as he lay and slept under a juniper tree, behold, then an angel touched him and said unto him, Arise and eat. And he looked, and behold, there was a cake baking on the coals and a cruse of water at his head. And he ate and drank and laid him down again. And the angel of Yahweh came again the second time and touched him and said, Arise and eat, because the journey is too great for you.
Now, what if he was still in his, I just want to die. I'm just so sick, I just want to die. Now, the angel said, Arise and eat. I'm not going to eat because I want to die. I'm going to die tomorrow, so why I'm going to eat today?
And he arose and did eat and drink, and went in the strength of that meat 40 days and 40 nights unto Horeb, the mount of Elohim.
Now wait a minute. He is being prepared for a journey. Look, listen to me. I need you to eat. No. Now eat again. No. Now eat again. Why? Because you ain't going to have no more to eat for a minute. And the journey long. I need you to go ahead and store up. But we try to go on the 40-day journey, and we ain't had nothing but some Jolly Ranchers. Now you're going to die now. That ain't nothing that's going to hold you. See, once you get over the second hill, you're going to be depleted. How long? Are we there yet? No, we ain't even started. You ain't got nothing to fuel yourself. Go ahead.
And he came thither unto a cave, and lodged there. And, behold, the word of Yahweh came to him. And he said unto him, What does you here, Eliah? And he said, I've been very jealous for Yahweh, Elohim of hosts, for the children of Israel have forsaken your covenant, thrown down your altars, and slain your prophets with the sword, and I, even I only, am left, and they seek my life to take it away. And he said, Go forth and stand upon the mount before Yahweh. And, behold, Yahweh passed by, and a great and strong wind rent the mountains, and brake in pieces the rocks before Yahweh. But Yahweh was not in the wind.
Now, the wind was powerful enough to break the rock, but Yahweh wasn't in the wind. Go ahead.
And after the wind, an earthquake, but Yahweh was not in the earthquake.
Earthquake strong enough to shake the earth, but he not in the earthquake. Go ahead.
And after the earthquake, a fire, but Yahweh was not in the fire.
Fire strong enough to consume and try men and try precious metals, but Yahweh ain't in the fire. Go ahead.
And after the fire, a still small voice. And it was so, when Eliah heard it, that he wrapped his face in his mantle, and went out, and stood in the entering in of the cave. And, behold, there came a voice unto him, and said, What does you here, Eliah? And he said, I've been very jealous for Yahweh Elohim of hosts, because the children of Israel have forsaken your covenant, thrown down your altars, and slain your prophets with the sword. And I, even I only, am left, and they seek my life to take it away. And Yahweh said unto him, Go, return unto your way to the wilderness of Damascus. And when you cometh, anoint Hazael to be king over Syria. And Jehu the son of Nimshi shall you anoint to be king over Israel. And Elisha the son of Shaphat of Abel Meholah shall you anoint to be prophet in your room. And it shall come to pass that him that escaped the sword of Hazael shall Jehu slay, and him that escaped from the sword of Jehu shall Elisha slay. Yet I have left me 7,000 in Israel, all the knees which have not bowed unto Baal, and every mouth which has not kissed him.
Now you have to consider how bad this has gotten that Yahweh says, I have reserved to myself 7,000 men. Now, these men must be scattered out because Eliashua said, I'm left alone. So I don't know what 6,999 at. Where they at? Because I sure ain't seen them. All I know is me, and they trying to kill me. So these other people must be scattered. See, we don't understand the power of being amongst one another. See, Yahweh said he got 7,000. What at? Elijah not having no 7,000 Sabbath sermon. See, we don't understand that we are forsaking the assembling of ourselves together. You know when we're going to figure it out? When we buy ourselves in a cave saying, I'm all alone. You know what I'm saying? They seek my life also. He said, well, I had you among all them people, but you didn't think it was nothing. I was trying to feed you little morsels to get you ready for that journey, but you wouldn't eat. Now you out here famished in the middle of the journey asking to die. I tried to give you a spiritual morsel and you wouldn't take it. Right. Let's go to James chapter 1. You know, it's hard to explain to us a wrong when we haven't done it. See, when the wrong is of future tense. See, Yahweh says when we are dealing even within our relationships, he said, dwell with them according to knowledge. So then we have to ask ourselves, what do you know? Do you have, you have to think about, Yahweh know that there are certain things that you're going to do by the look on your face. Now, we still stand and act like we innocent. Because we say, I ain't even did that. Yahweh was like, I can tell by the look on your left eye, the way your brow went down on the left and up on the right, that you're going to do it 2 o'clock on Tuesday. He said, I already know that. You have to ask yourself, why did he say, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated? How did he hate him before he was born? People say God is love. All right, that sounds real good. Why did he hate him before he was born? See, I hate his ways. He ain't done nothing yet and I hate him. So a lot of times we walking around and we think they have erroneously said something about me. No. Your whole body said you was on your way to doing it. See, you have to ask yourself, how does a mama know when a child getting ready to cop a squat? She recognized the crap face. See, your problem is you don't know you got a crap face. Because you can't see you. You see that way. You don't see this way. So you have a crap face and you getting ready to start concentrating and the mama run over, grab him, put him on the pots. So what are you doing? The mama just come by, shoo, knock your plate down. What are you doing, woman? I saw the look. What was the look? It's a crap look. He about to go. And if we gonna train him, he's got to know this is where the crap goes. But she knew that before he did it. Now, should she wait until he craps to prove that she knew he was going to crap? Should my God have to wait until you do it so he can prove to you that you were going to do it? Right. Read, man.
Jacob chapter 1 and verse 1. Jacob, a servant of Elohim and of the YHWH Mashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting. My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations, knowing this, that the trying of your faith works patience.
Wait a minute. If he's going to try your faith to work patience, how much he going to be able to talk to you while he's trying to get you to grow in patience? Because every time he speaks, that part is taken away. You didn't earn any patience. You get pacified every time you feel his presence. I thought it was really confusing. Before my elder died, I felt like there were times I could pray, and before I even finished praying, I knew the direction. When my elder passed and the weight was being passed from me and I was getting attacked by all the elders of the congregation, it was radio silence. I couldn't get nothing from Yahweh. I thought it was the strangest thing. I said, oh my God, I'm praying. Ain't nobody answer. Before I felt like I was getting direction. I ain't getting no direction. I ain't getting nothing. That was my God backing up. Now I ready to talk to you. I'm not finna keep talking to you during the test. Now I gave you a study guide. Did you read it? All right, well, pay attention because that guy finna punch you on the left. Hey, look over there. I'm not gonna talk to you. If I talk to you, the test start over. You want me to talk? Do you want me to talk? You want me to talk to you? Because if I talk to you, you got to take the test over. Do you want to talk? All right, well, pay attention, because there they come. Go ahead, Priest.
But let patience have her perfect work, that you may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of Elohim, that gives to all men liberally, and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him. But let him ask in faith, nothing wavering. For he that wavers is like a wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed. For let not that man think that he shall receive anything of the Adonai.
Right, but see, Yahweh gonna put them double-minded in your way. It's part of your test. You know what? No. Look at that. They go double-mind. Let double-mind come on in here. Go ahead, have a conversation with double-mind. Let me see if during your trial you gonna let them talk you out of where you supposed to be standing. When I went through that COVID thing, people who hadn't even been around all of a sudden start calling people in the congregation, acting like they was worried about my well-being. I heard Shock's really sick. I heard this one is really bad. They were calling with glee. You'll notice that soon as the devil believed he got something on you, all of a sudden he pop up on your line. You ain't been calling, devil. Who told you to call now? Look at Satan. Won't he do it? See, we always say that about Yahweh, but Satan will too. Yes, he will. I had close people to tell me, all right now, with all of this has happened to you, you've been in a coma for 30 days. You've been on all of these things. You done lost 50 pounds almost. You're going to go ahead and take the jab now, ain't you? And I had to respectfully be disrespectful. Now look here. Let every house worship whatever God they going to worship. But me and my house, we worship Yahweh and Yahshua. Now you and your house can take as many jabs as you want. But I will neither take a jab nor will anybody in my house take that. And I know it seems strange because I was all skinny with the big glasses looking like Super Grover. Here I come to save the day. You know, I already know. I look crazy. I was real skinny then. My daughter told me she hugged me and she wrapped her arms around me and her arm kept wrapping. So they thought because I was weak in presence, they thought that I was weak in here. But I said, come close. Come close. Get the hell away from me. I ain't taking that. You know what happened after time? They all stopped taking it too.
It's every time I get one of these things, I get sicker.
Wait a minute. Whoa. So you ain't going to get boosted? You ain't going to get that guy brand new booster. That got a new power booster. You're not going to get boosted?
Every time I take them things, I get sicker and sicker. I'm done.
You done? I ain't never started. But in the midst of my trial, see, to some people, my trial was over because I got out of the hospital. No. I had people messing with me the whole time. They had me tied to the bed. I woke up and my hands and feet were chained to the bed so that I wouldn't yank out all the tubes that was inside of me. Then a nurse stood just far out of my reach and started taunting me that I didn't take the jab. People said, Lucifer sent that nurse in there to bother you. No. Yahweh sent that nurse in there to bother me. He won't see. All right, son, put another 20 on there. You done left that long enough. Put another 20 on there. Put it on the other side. You got to balance it out. There you go. All right, son, let me see you lift. I thought you told me you wanted to be spiritually swole. You can't keep lifting this little bit right here and you ain't gonna get swole off that. Put some more weight on it. Now keep lifting. Now 9 more times you gotta set. Come on, son, you can do this. Right. Go ahead, Free.
Jacob chapter 1 and verse 8. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Let the brother of low degree rejoice in that he is exalted, but the rich in that he is made low, because as the flower of the grass he shall pass away. For the sun is no more sooner risen with a burning heat, but it withers the grass, and the flower thereof falls, and the grace of the fashion of it perishes. So also shall the rich man fade away in his ways. Blessed is the man that endures temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Adonai has promised to them that love him.
Which the Adonai has promised to those that love him. If you love him, you're going to endure. That means we keep fighting. See, some people, they get knocked down. They, the fight over with. And we learn that by watching fights. When you're watching boxing matches and the UFC matches, in the beginning of the match, there's somebody who looked like, oh, they finna lose this fight. Right out the rip, somebody came, went right to the jaw. Pow! You saw the knee go out. Uh-oh, he got them noodle knees. His knees is going. He out of here. But he learned his noodle knees, he keep avoiding him long enough for him to get his head back. 2 rounds later, his arm is raised. But in the beginning of that fight, it looked like he was finna lose. It looked like he was gonna lose. Do you just lay down and die when it looked like you down and out? That's a question we have to ask ourselves. Let's go to Zechariah chapter 13. See, our biggest mistake is to believe that Yahweh wants our comfort. So we automatically, when we don't have a certain level of comfort, we figure this cannot be from Yahweh. But if comfort makes you weak, and a fiery trial makes you strong, which one do you think a daddy wants you to go through? Now, I didn't say a mommy. I didn't say mums. I specifically said a daddy. I didn't say your mommy, because your mommy dearest. It's different. Which one do you think the daddy is going to want his child to go through? Because if they go through all of the convenient things, guess what? They always need you. If they go through the trials and become strong, they can go anywhere and survive. Which one do you think your father wants you to go through? Zechariah chapter 13, I want you to read verses 4 through 9.
And it shall come to pass in that day that the prophets shall be ashamed every one of his vision when he is prophesied, neither shall they wear a rough garment to deceive. But he shall say, I am no prophet, I'm an husbandman, for man taught me to keep cattle from my youth. And one shall say unto him, what are these wounds in your hands? Then he shall answer, those with which I was wounded in the house of my friends. Awake, O sword, against my shepherd, and against the man that is my fellow, says Yahweh of hosts. Smite the shepherd, and the sheep shall be scattered, and I'll turn mine hand upon the little ones. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, says Yahweh, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die.
Are we prepared for that? While we trying to get as many belongings as we can get and enjoy as many things as we can, are we being prepared in our minds for 2 parts to be cut off and die? Go ahead.
But the third shall be left therein, and I'll bring the third part through the fire.
Wait, whoa. So 2 parts gonna get cut off, and then the third gotta go to the fire? So wait a minute. So you blessed if you get to go to the fire. Oh man, hold on. 2 parts is dying. They over with. They out of here. Thank you for coming out. God bless. Good night. The third part get to go through the fire. They are blessed. We make it to the fire, which is the purification process. And we say, oh, woe is me. Oh, so many things wrong in my life. Why he let me live? Why am I here? Why did my mama why did she just say no? Y'all know this us? This us. But you got to be blessed to make it to the fire. You think that it's your punishment because you in the fire. No, them two parts out there already dead. Go ahead, priest.
And I'll bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined.
Wait a minute. See, you think the fire is to consume you. Only wood, hay, and stubble get consumed in fire. Now you have to ask yourself, are you wood, hay, and stubble? Because if you're any one of these precious metals, you shall withstand the fire. Go ahead.
And we'll try them as gold is tried.
Wait a minute. What did he say in Revelation? I counsel you to buy me gold tried in the fire. He was talking about you. I know y'all envisioned a necklace when you read that.
Yeah, you know what? I like that one. We got the rubies right there in the lion's eyes. Oh my goodness, that thing is amazing.
No. He was talking about you. Okay? Go ahead.
They shall call on my name, and I'll hear them. I will say, this is my people. And they shall say, Yahweh is my Elohim.
All right, you finished that, bro?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go to Yohanan chapter 14. John chapter 14. And we're going to start that at verse 22.
Yehuda says unto him, not Iscariot, Adonai, how is it that you will manifest yourself unto us, and not unto the world? Yahshua answered and said unto him, if a man love me, he will keep my words, and my Father will love him.
Now, I'd be wrong if I just sprung this on people, so I'm going to go ahead and tell them. Children and young adults, y'all will not be answering questions about what you learned. Y'all going to sit down. But your parents will be in here talking about what they learned today. So y'all sit down and watch them. So I'm going to go ahead and give y'all have plenty enough warning that y'all going to answer some questions today. Go ahead, priest.
And we will come unto him and make our abode with him. He that loves me not keeps not my sayings. And the word which you hear is not mine, but the Father's which sent me. These things have I spoken unto you, being yet present with you. But the Comforter, which is the Holy Spirit, whom the Father will send in my name, he shall teach you all things, and bring all things to your remembrance, whatsoever I have said unto you. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you. Not as the world gives, give I unto you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. You have heard how I said unto you, I go away, and come again unto you. If you loved me, you would rejoice, because I said, I go unto the Father, for my Father is greater than I. And now I have told you before it come to pass, that when it is come to pass, you might believe. Hereafter I'll not talk much with you.
Wait. Hereafter, I will not talk much with you. Now, we want constant communication with every trial we get into. What did he say? Look at it now, don't plan on a whole lot of communication. Now, I've been giving you these jewels along the way. Have you been paying attention? You need to be prepared that when this jump off, there ain't going to be a whole lot of communication between us. You need to know that you're still the apple of my eye. You know, with some of us, all it takes is a few missed phone calls.
You didn't call me Monday. You called me Tuesday. You said you love me.
Wait a minute. Cause I was busy Monday and Tuesday. Now you don't believe that you the apple of my eye? Right.
Let us make other gods.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you ain't got no call Monday and Tuesday. Now you trying to build you a Tyrone God, huh? Right. Okay, well, we chips off the old block. We just do it differently. See, we read the book and we say, I can't believe how they were just, in 30 days, they ready to bow down to something else. Skirt. Wait, how long does it take for you not to get a call from your significant other that you have already begun to build you another God? Something for you to bow down to. Right. Stop talking about these people. You are these people. Right?
Hereafter I'll not talk much with you, for the prince of this world comes and has nothing in me. But that the world may know that I love the Father, and as the Father gave me commandment, even so I do. Arise, let us go hence.
All right, brother. Let's go to Luke chapter 16. And parents, don't be trying to send these notes to your kids. You're trying to text them and tell them to give you your notes. Don't do it. Luke chapter 16, start at verse 19.
There was a certain rich man, which was clothed in purple and fine linen, and fared sumptuously every day. And there was a certain beggar named Lazarus, which was laid at his gate full of sores, and desiring to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table. Moreover, the dogs came and licked his sores. And it came to pass that the beggar died and was carried by the angels into Abraham's bosom. The rich man also died and was buried. And in the grave, in the lake of fire, he lifted up his eyes, being in torments, and sees Abraham afar off, and Lazarus in his bosom. And he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me, and send Lazarus, that he may dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue, for I'm tormented in this flame. But Abraham said, Son.
Now, listen. Go ahead.
Abraham said, Son, remember that you in your lifetime received your good things.
Remember that you received your good things. Go ahead.
And likewise Lazarus evil things. But now he is comforted, and you are tormented.
Wait a minute. Now he is comforted, and you are tormented. It says, anoint your eyes with eyesalve that you may see. How is it that the rich man didn't know that he was going to be tormented? What made him feel like he was good to go the entire time? What made him believe that? Because now he's in a situation where now he receives torment, and Lazarus is at a point where now he's comforted. See, we want all our stuff on this side of life, not understanding what's on the other side is longer than what's on the front side. Go ahead.
And beside all this, between us and you there is a great gulf fixed, so that they which would pass from hence to you cannot, neither can they pass to us that would come from thence. Then he said, I pray you therefore, Father, that you would send him to my father's house, for I have 5 brethren, that he may testify unto them, lest they also come into this place of torment.
So wait a minute. So his brethren operate the same way. They are taken care of, and they are living their lives in the status of where they are. Go ahead.
Abraham says unto him, they have Moses and the prophets. Let them hear them.
Wait a minute. He said, I already gave you jewels. Why do I need to go to them specifically and tell them these things? See, this is the arrogance of us. We want specific communication, and he said, didn't I give you a book? Why I need to come and talk to you and tell you what I already had written down? Don't you know that is me talking? So I need to talk to you again? Go ahead.
And he said, No, Father Abraham, but if one went on to them from the dead, they will repent. And he said unto him, If they hear not Moshe and the prophets, neither will they be persuaded, though one rose from the dead.
If they won't hear this law and these prophets, one coming from the dead ain't going to help them either. Right. But they say God is love and he love everybody. Right. They're not reading this book. Yohanan chapter 21. See, we'll say the things of love, but our problem is we're going to make our own definition of that love and then attribute it unto him. So we take our own definition of that and then make him accountable to it.
See, this is what love is to me, and this is what you going to be to me, God.
Wait a minute. If you telling him, how's he God? John chapter 21, and I want you to read verses 15 through 19.
So when they had dined, Yahshua says to Simeon Peter, Simeon, son of Jonas, love you me more than these? He says unto him, Yes, Adonai, you know that I love you. He says unto him, Feed my lambs.
Now, he's about to get annoyed here. Go ahead.
He says to him again the second time, Simeon, son of Jonas, love you me? He says unto him, Yes, Adonai, you know that I love you. He says unto him, Feed my sheep.
Now, he says, do you love me? Yes, I love you. He said, well, buy me chocolate. Give me some flowers. If you love me, put me in Chanel. That's what the song say, no? Well, why he asked for this? He said, do you love me? That has an action connected to this love. Keep reading.
He says unto him the third time, Simeon, son of Jonas, love you me? Cephas was grieved because he said it unto him the third time.
He is annoyed because he has asked him the third time, do you love me? Go ahead.
And he said unto him, Adonai, you knoweth all things. You know that I love you. Yahshua says unto him, Feed my sheep.
Yahshua says unto him, Feed my sheep. This is going to be the display of your love. You're looking for a public display of affection? Here's your public display of affection. Feed my lambs. Thereby I know that you love me. Don't tell me you love me. Don't sit here and just say, do you love me? Yeah, I love you. Do you love me? Yeah, I love you. Do you love me? You bother me because you keep asking me. I'll show you how you tell me you love me. Feed my lambs. He don't need to hear you singing how much you love him every day. Feed my lambs. What purpose are you going to fulfill in his kingdom that proves to him that you love him? Now, Yahshua is preparing him for a test and even preparing him for the test that he's not going to pass. Let's go to Matthew chapter 26. You got to understand, there's some tests that he already know you're going to fail. Because some tests are designed to prepare you for another one. There's a reason why they have the practice SAT. You get a score, but it don't count. But that gets you ready for the test that does count. We don't understand that Yahweh has given us practice tests. The problem is he just don't tell us they practice. Because that's the only way to get you to put your all into the test is by you not knowing that it's a practice. Once we say, all right, class, we're about to take a practice test. Some people, their pencil just went down. Oh, I'm doing this.
He just said, you heard him? He said, practice. I'm not even taking that one. No, I ain't gonna take that one. I'm not gonna take it serious. I ain't gotta worry about taking it serious because I ain't gonna take it at all. In practice. I don't go to practice. I only show up when it's championship time. I'm like Allen Iverson. You talking about practice? We talking about practice? We ain't talking about no practice. I don't do practice.
All right. So Yahweh know that he's got to send you through a trial, but without telling you that it is practice. I spent my whole time crying over a job that was taken from me because I thought that was the job that he wanted me to have. Then I realized that that job was practice for this job. So I spent all my time crying, wondering why he won't answer me. And he like, this is the smartest dumb guy we picked yet. He don't realize that wasn't the job. This is the job. Now the part that's really cooking my noodle now is if this is practice for something else. Right. Right. Matthew chapter 26. Let's read verses 30 through 35.
And when they had sung an hymn, they went out into the Mount of Olives. Then says Yahshua unto them, all you shall be offended because of me this night. For it is written, I will smite the shepherd, and the sheep of the flock shall be scattered abroad. But after I'm risen again, I will go before you into Galilee. Cephas answered and said unto him, though all men shall be offended because of you, yet will I never be offended.
Yeah, you always got them people that swear they down like 4 flat tires. Now, Cephas really about that action. The problem is, Yahshua is going to change the framework that he's accustomed to. And once the boundaries change, the typical reaction does not work. When we used to fighting violence with violence, we say, all right, this I know. When he takes violence out of the scenario, now we don't know how to react. Go ahead.
Yahshua said unto him, verily I say unto you, that this night, before the cock crow, you shall deny me 3 times. Cephas said unto him, though I shall die with you, yet will I not deny you. Likewise also said all the disciples.
Likewise said all of them. Hey, they come kill me. Know what I'm talking about? On everything I love, I'm riding with you. If I had a nickel for every time I heard that, everybody claimed to be down. Let something happen, and they ain't around. Conveniently. So what happened? I saw you in trouble, so I sped up and went by. I'm Right. Jump to verse 47.
And while he yet spake, lo, Yehudis, one of the 12, came, and with him a great multitude with swords and staves, from the chief priests and elders of the people. Now he that betrayed him gave them a sign, saying, whomsoever I shall kiss, that same is he. Hold him fast.
Now, the servant shall not be greater than his master. So, what does that mean? That means no doubt you have a Judas. Yahshua did not get rid of his Judas. His Judas had a purpose. Do you understand that your Judas has a purpose? You just want to get rid of your Judas, but your Judas is going to make you greater. You don't understand. Haters have a purpose in this world. There are some that are just, he said that some were appointed for destruction. There were some that are just born haters. And their job is to make you greater. But you know what we do? Fall in love with the hater. And instead of making us great, they make us wait.
Well, I'm waiting. What you waiting for? For the hater to come to my understanding.
No. You don't understand. They were born to hate. And you waiting on them to change their position. They ain't never going to change their position because this is what they were born for. Go ahead, pray.
And forthwith he came to Yahshua and said, Hail, Master, and kissed him.
Hail, Master, and kissed him. Some of the folks that's going to do the greatest betrayal against you are going to be the ones that hug you and squeeze you tight. Hang out with you. But I mean, how can they really deceive you unless they know something about you? So Judas got to get in there a little closer. So we have a problem with the people that frown at us, and we cool with the people that smile, not understanding that the one that's smiling at you is the one that's going to betray you. See, the one that's frowning ain't going to be able to get close enough to betray you. They wasn't even thinking about betraying you. But them the ones you got a problem with. Go ahead.
And Yahshua said unto him, Friend, whereforth are you come? Then came they and laid hands on Yahshua and took him. And behold, one of them which were with Yahshua stretched out his hand and drew his sword and struck a servant of the high priest and smote off his ear.
Right. They're in the violence mode. So they said, all right, we're going to fight. They understand this way of operation. Go ahead.
Then said Yahshua unto him, Put up again your sword into his place, for all they that take the sword shall perish with the sword. Thinketh you that I cannot now pray unto my Father, and he shall presently give me more than 12 legions of angels?
Uh-huh.
But how then shall the scriptures be fulfilled, that thus it must be?
Right. Right. How then shall the scripture be fulfilled? This is not about what you think, feel, and believe and what you want for this moment. It is about the scripture being fulfilled. So the violence that they feel like, okay, this is what we'll answer with, it is now taken out of the scenario. Now they don't know how to answer. This is why Cephas could boldly say, I'm going to ride with you. Though all shall deny you, I ain't never going to deny you. Why? Because Cephas said, I'm swinging that thing right here. Know what I'm talking about? Know what I'm saying? I got my toolie. You know what I'm talking about? They come over here, I'm finna tell them, chop, chop. But that is taken out of the scenario. Now he has nothing. You'll notice that the ones who only have violence, if you take violence out of the scenario, they have nothing. That's it. They're done.
I don't know what else to do now. I only had violence. I had a sword and I swung it. And I cut off the man's ear, which was good. But y'all sure put it back on. I got nothing. Go ahead.
In that same hour said Yahshua to the multitude, Are you come out as against a thief with swords and staves for to take me? I sat daily with you teaching in the temple, and you laid no hold on me. But all this was done that the scripture of the prophets might be fulfilled.
Uh-huh.
Then all the disciples forsook him and fled. And they that had laid hold on Yahshua led him away to Caiaphas, the high priest.
Exactly what he said was going to happen. But here's the issue. It needed to happen. If Yahshua doesn't stop bad things from happening to him so that the scripture might be fulfilled, let me ask you a question. Why should he stop things from happening to you? And what happened to you ain't going to fulfill no scripture.
All right.
Pray.
Where the scribes and the elders were assembled. But Cephas followed him afar off unto the high priest's palace, and went in, and sat with the servants to see the end. Now the chief priests and elders and all the council sought false witnesses against Yahshua to put him to death, but found none. Yea, though many false witnesses came, yet found they none. At the last came 2 false witnesses, and said, This fellow said, I am able to destroy the temple of Elohim and to build it in 3 days. And the high priest arose and said unto him, Answer you nothing? What is it which these witness against you? But Yahshua held his peace. And the high priest answered and said unto him, I adjure you by the living El, that you tell us whether you be the anointed son of Elohim. Yahshua says unto him, You have said, nevertheless I say unto you.
Now, I need for you to pay attention. Back up on this verse, verse 63. But Yahshua held his peace. You need to understand. This is that part where the authorities have you and they're questioning you. It says, but Yahshua held his peace because they keep trying to get him to talk. And they says, I adjure you by the living Elohim. They are pronouncing their authority and the position that they hold, that you tell us whether you be the Mashiach, the son of Elohim. Now he starts talking. I want you to pay attention. Go ahead.
Yahshua says unto them, you have said, nevertheless I say unto you, hereafter shall you see the Son of Man sitting on the right hand of power and coming in the clouds of heaven.
All right, now pay attention to what's said after he talks.
Then the high priest rent his clothes, saying, he has spoken blasphemy.
Don't you understand that's what they were trying to get him to do? So when they ask you, hey, let me see your license, your registration. Where are you going? Where are you coming from? Who's there when you get there? You understand that they're giving you opportunity to condemn yourself, right? They already have in mind to condemn him. They need for him to say something that gives them the go-ahead to condemn him. But they need his words to do it. This is why they need to engage in conversation with you. Go ahead.
What further need have we of witnesses? Behold,
we don't need no witnesses no more. Why? Why do we not need witnesses? Because he don't know it in their eyes, but he's confessed. What do you think the questions are about? To get you to confess. You don't know you're confessing. You thought you were having a conversation. What you were doing is confessing. So you went from here to here? Oh, okay. Yeah, appreciate that. Go ahead.
behold, now you have heard his blasphemy. What think you? They answered and said, he is guilty of death. Then did they spit in his face and buffeted him, and others smote him with the palms of their hands, saying, prophesy unto us, you Mashiach, who is he that smote you? Now Cephas sat without in the palace, and a damsel came unto him, saying, you also was with Yahshua of Galilee. But he denied before them all, saying, I know not what you saith. And when he was gone out into the porch, another maid saw him, and said unto them that were there, this fellow was also with Yahshua of Nazareth. And again he denied with an oath, I do not know the man. And after a while came unto him they that stood by, and said to Cephas, surely you also are one of them, for your speech bewrayeth you. Then began he to curse and to swear, saying, I know not the man.
And this is what we do. When we don't have no answer for nothing, we start cussing and swearing. I promise you, knuckle. Right. This is our answer when we don't have one. But what has happened? What Cephas has been taken away. He answered with violence. His violence has been taken away as a non-option. He didn't foresee this part. This is why Yahshua said, you're going to deny me. He said, no, man, I'm a rider. You don't understand, man. I ride. This is what I do, man. I'm not going to deny you. Now, they may deny you, but not me. You understand? On everything I love, shout, I'm finna show you. Let them come over here. But he's saying all that with his sword. When Yahshua put the man ear back on, he said, well, I got nothing. I don't understand how you want me to fight. I want you to fight a different way. I don't understand this way. I know you don't. You're going to have to grow to understand this way. Go on and put your sword up, because this ain't how you're going to win this fight. Go ahead.
And immediately the cock crew, and Cephas remembered the word of Yahshua, which said unto him, before the cock crow, you shall deny me 3 times.
Check this out.
And he went out.
He remembered once he completed denying him. He didn't remember it on deny 1. He didn't remember it on deny 2. Once the situation is complete, here it is. But Yeshua had already prepared him for this fall. This is why he asked him, do you love me? He made him state that he loved him the exact amount of times that he denied him. He's preparing you for your trial. You're just not paying attention. He don't just out of the blue just decide to grab you and throw you in the fire. He said, all right, there's going to be a journey. Eat today. Eat tomorrow. Eat the day after that. Why? Because you got a journey coming. No, he's preparing you. We're just not paying attention. Because we have so many other distractions. And we let those distractions get us off. Go ahead, Priest, you finish that?
And he went out and wept bitterly.
All right, let's go to 1 Corinthians chapter 3. He went out and wept bitterly. But let me tell you something. That was a good cry. See, that's what's wrong with some of us. We're scared to have a good cry. See? Because, you know, they said, you know, men don't cry and big girls don't cry. So then we can't cry. But he's about his business after he got that cry. See, sometimes you need to take that L. You need to take that loss so that you can focus on winning after that. See, our problem is we watch those TV things where they say, oh, it's a legacy that this team never lost a game the whole season. You know, none of that matters. At the end of the season, it only matters who got the championship. None of that matters. So we focus on things that don't matter. It was good that he go ahead and take a loss. Because you're going to be focused after this. 1 Corinthians chapter 3, let's start that at verse 1.
And I, brethren, could not speak unto you as unto spiritual, but as unto carnal, even as unto babes in the Mashiach. I have fed you with milk, and not with meat, for hitherto you were not able to bear it, neither yet now are you able. For you are yet carnal, for whereas there is among you envying and strife and divisions, are you not carnal and walk as men? For while one says, I am of Saul, and another, I am of Apollos, are you not carnal? Who then is Saul, and who is Apollos? But ministers by whom you believed, even as the Adonai gave to every man. I have planted, Apollos watered, but Elohim gave the increase. So then neither is he that plants anything, neither he that waters, but Elohim that gives the increase. Now he that plants and he that waters are one, and every man shall receive his own reward according to his own labor. For we are laborers together with Elohim. You are Elohim's husbandry. You are Elohim's building. According to the grace of Elohim which is given unto me, as a wise master builder, I have laid the foundation, and another builds thereon. But let every man take heed how he builds thereupon. For other foundations can no man lay than that is laid, which is YHWH HaMashiach. Now, if any man build upon this foundation gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, stubble, every man's work shall be made manifest. For the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire.
It shall be revealed by fire, every man's work. Go ahead.
And the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is. If any man's work abide, which he has built thereupon, he shall receive a reward. If any man's work shall be burnt, he shall suffer loss, but he himself shall be saved, yet so as by fire.
Right. What kind of work did you add to the foundation? If it's wood, hay, or stubble, it is going to get consumed in the fire. What kind of work did you put on it? The foundation is already there. The foundation is Yeshua. What did you add to the foundation? Foundation can't be changed. Let's go to Numbers chapter 13. See, you know, what causes us to not listen is we don't think it applies to us. So, you know, you can say all of these things about paying attention before a trial.
You know, you like, you know what I mean? I don't plan on going to no trial, so I mean, I don't understand why that has anything to do with me. You know what I'm saying? You need to go find you some defendants. I mean, that ain't got nothing to do with me.
So while we are being given information for the test that will come, if we don't believe it applies to us, we're not paying attention. So then when the trial begins, now we're at a serious disadvantage because we thought that all that information was for somebody else. Go ahead, priest.
Verse 25, and they returned from searching the land after 40 days. And they went and came to Moshe and to Aaron, and to all the congregation of the children of Israel, onto the wilderness of Paran, to Kadesh, and brought back word unto them, and unto all the congregation, and showed them the fruit of the land. And they told him, and said, we came unto a land whither you sent us, and surely it flows with milk and honey, and this is the fruit of it. Nevertheless, the people be strong that dwell in the land, and the cities are walled and very great. And moreover, we saw the children of Anak there.
We saw giants there. Yahweh said, this is the land. No, man, those dudes over there look like Shaquille O'Neal. They had a size 18 shoe with 6 toes. Now, I don't think this is going to be a good land, boss. No, man, it's a good land. Man, I had one of them gave me 5, he gave me 6. He had another pinky. No, I don't think we need this land, boss. Right? Go ahead.
The Amalekites dwell in the land of the south, and the Hittites and the Jebusites and the Amorites dwell in the mountains, and the Canaanites dwell by the sea and by the coast of Jordan. And Caleb stilled the people before Moshe and said, let us go up at once and possess it.
You see the different spirit that's on the servant who operates without fear? Let's go up at once. The rest of them said, man, you see how big it was? Just by saying the sons of Anak, they are saying there are giants there. Yeah, I know they got all this fruit. They got all these things. It flows with milk and honey. They also got some muscle-bound dudes. I don't think this land good. So, Yahweh said go search out the land. What they focused on were the people in the land, not the land. He said go search the land. Caleb said the land is good. Let's go up and take it at once. What was Caleb paying attention to? The land. That's what he was told to go look at. What we go look at? Everything except the land. Go ahead.
For we are well able to overcome it. But the man that went up with him said, we be not able to go up against the people, for they are stronger than we.
Now, they didn't see the land. They saw the people. See, this is how we go to do stuff, and then we'll come back. I performed the commandment of Yahweh. No, you didn't. Yahweh said go search out the land. You put all your attention on the people. You done saw all these miracles that Yahweh did, but you are afraid of the people. So now you give an evil report against the land. Yahweh said, I know what the land is. It was the land that I spied out for myself. So when you come to give an evil report on the land, he know that you're not paying attention to the land. He know you're looking at something else. Go ahead.
They brought up an evil report of the land which they had searched unto the children of Israel, saying, the land through which we have gone to search it is a land that eats up the inhabitants thereof.
Uh-huh.
And all the people that we saw in it are men of a great stature.
Uh-huh.
And there we saw the giants,
Uh-huh.
the sons of Anak.
Listen to the report. The report has nothing to do with the land. It's all about the troubles that they're going to face in the land. But in their eyes, they believe that they did the job. What type of work do you add to the foundation? If it's wood, hail, stubble, it's going to be burned. Listen to their report. Go ahead.
Which come of the giants, and we were in our own sight as grasshoppers.
Uh-huh.
And so we were in their sight.
Uh-huh. So, we're not dealing with this land. We are all into the giants, the people of the land. We're not able to go up against. We have gone and picked out everything that's wrong. Yeah, bro, you finish that?
No, sir.
Go ahead.
And all the congregation lifted up their voice and cried, and the people wept that night.
All right, because of the evil report, they have now caused the heart and the spirit of the people to fall. It says that before you go to war, find out who is fearful. Get rid of them, lest their fearful heart turn and infect their brothers. Go ahead.
Numbers chapter 14 and verse 2. And all the children of Israel murmured against Moshe and against Aaron.
Uh-huh.
And the whole congregation said unto them, Would Elohim that we had died in the land of Egypt, or would Elohim we had died in this wilderness?
So the evil report has now turned the people against the leadership that Yahweh has put in place. Go ahead.
And wherefore has Yahweh brought us onto this land?
Now Yahweh is coming to question. Now Yahweh don't know what he's doing. Go ahead.
To fall by the sword, that our wives and our children should be a prey. Were it not better for us to return into Egypt?
Uh-huh.
And they said one to another, Let us make a captain, and let us return into Egypt. Then Moshe and Aaron fell on their faces before all the assembly of the congregation of the children of Israel.
Now you see how damaging a bad report is? But we'll turn around and let people issue a bad report and never come in between it. Do you understand how dangerous that bad report was? And you said, well, you know what, I'm going to be neutral. I'm not going to get into that. I'm just going to let them, whatever they say, that's what they said. Oh, yeah? Do you see what kind of damage this evil report? Caleb is saying, let's go up at once. They say it's giants. We ain't stronger than these people. We're going to die. What'd they do? They took that and now they worshiping another god. Let's get us a captain. Let's set up this. Whoa. All because of one bad report? Yes. Go ahead.
And Joshua the son of Nun, and Caleb the son of Yephani, which were of them that searched the land, rent their clothes. And they spake unto all the company of the children of Israel, saying, The land which we passed through to search is an exceeding good land.
The land. You see how people can go and see something and one group see one thing and the other group see something else? All right. He says, anoint your eyes with eyesalve so that you may see. How is it that one group saw one thing, another group saw something else? What is your focus? And why is that your focus? Go ahead.
If Yahweh delight in us, then he will bring us into this land and give it us, a land which flows with milk and honey. Only rebel not you against Yahweh, neither fear you the people of the land, for they are bread for us. Their defense is departed from them, and Yahweh is with us, fear them not. But all the congregation bade stone them with stones.
Wait a minute. They went from not wanting to go to now they finna stone the servants of Yahweh. Why? Because of a bad report. Now imagine if the bad report spread silently among the people. It done got this bad and it was openly put out. How bad would it have gotten the way we do things and we let it just silently go from one person to the next person, to the next person, to the next person? Now they want to stone the servants. Go ahead.
And the glory of Yahweh appeared in the tabernacle of the congregation before all the children of Israel. And Yahweh said unto Moshe, how long will this people provoke me?
Uh-huh.
And how long will it be ere they believe me?
How long will it be before they believe me? Go ahead.
For all the signs which I have showed among them, I will smite them with the pestilence and disinherit them, and will make of you a great nation and mightier than they.
And this was the point that we almost became the 12 tribes of Moshe. If he does not stand up at this point, if he decides to be neutral, matter of fact, he don't even have to be neutral. At this point, Yahweh done already told him, I'm gonna build a nation out of you. All he got to do is nothing. If he does nothing, he is in the place of Yaakov now. Now he is the man that all of the nation will be built upon. All they got to do is not say nothing. But being that he did have the heart of a servant, the heart of a savior, he still wants those people to be saved, even though it was him that they attacked. Go ahead.
That was it, though.
That was it. Let's go to 1 Kings chapter 11. 1 Kings chapter 11, and let's start it at verse 1.
But King Shlomo loved many strange women, together with the daughters of Pharaoh, women of the Moabites, Ammonites, Edomites, Zidonians, and Hittites, of the nations concerning which Yahweh said unto the children of Israel, you shall not go into them.
Right. Now, why does he need to come back and tell Shlomo what he done already told him? See, we want another a reaffirmation.
Now affirm the affirmative.
What? I already told you don't do it.
Yeah, but tell me again.
Thereby I know you meant it. Go ahead.
Neither shall they come in unto you, for surely they will turn away your heart after their gods.
They're not going to turn away your heart after their gods on the first day. Yahweh already said what they were going to do and why he was angry. He didn't say, you know what, don't go unto these other nations because, you know what I'm saying, I don't like mixed people. That ain't what he said. He said, I'm telling you, you gonna be worshiping another God. That's what he said. And because we don't worship another God the first week, we think I got this under control. Go ahead.
Shlomo clave unto these in love.
Uh-huh.
And he had 700 wives, princesses, and 300 concubines. And his wives turned away his heart.
Uh-huh.
For it came to pass, when Shlomo was old.
Wait a minute. He was able to maintain that until he got old. Yahweh had already said, they're going to turn your heart. Maybe a lesser man would have already turned. But Shlomo being so wise, so strong, he was able to withstand that long. But Yahweh's word always prevails. Now, his heart is turned, and he is going behind those other gods now to please the women. Go ahead.
That his wives turned away his heart after other gods, and his heart was not perfect with Yahweh his Elohim, as was the heart of David his father.
Uh-huh.
For Shlomo went after Ashtaroth, the goddess of the Zidonians, and after Milcom, the abomination of the Ammonites. And Shlomo did evil in the sight of Yahweh, and went not fully after Yahweh, as did David his father.
Went not fully. Go ahead.
Then did Shlomo build an high place for Chemosh, the abomination of Moab, in the hill that is before Jerusalem, and to Molech, the abomination of the children of Ammon. And likewise did he for all his strange wives.
Likewise did he for all his strange wives. All of them got a place to go and worship their God. Now, if Shlomo has his substance from Yahweh, that means Yahweh's substance has been used to build houses for other gods in the midst of Israel. He said one was right before the hill in Jerusalem. So not only did Yahweh pay for the disobedience, but then you put it directly in eyeshot of his house. So now his people come out after serving Yahweh and look right in the abomination that's set up for a false god. Go ahead.
Which burnt incense and sacrificed unto their gods. And Yahweh was angry with Shlomo, because his heart was turned from Yahweh Elohim of Israel, which had appeared unto him twice.
Now wait. We're talking about the king who built the temple. All right? And Yahweh appeared unto him twice. Now tell me, how does Pastor Long Dollar say that God done talked to him 5, 6, 7, 10, 20 times, and he ain't built nothing? The man who built the house, the temple, Yahweh spoke to him twice. How is it that people that can't even remember what a Sabbath is claim that Yahweh talked to them every day? Yahweh is also holding him accountable for the 2 times that he talked to him. So the same thing that we bragging about are the same thing that's going to take us into judgment. He's going to hold you accountable for all them conversations. You mean to tell me you claim that you talked to him, but you still got no direction? Oh, no, you're going to be held accountable for that. Why? Because you claim you spoke to him. Go ahead.
And had commanded him concerning this thing, that he should not go after other gods, but he kept not that which Yahweh commanded. Wherefore Yahweh said unto Shlomo, for as much as this is done of you, and you have not kept my covenant and my statutes which I commanded you, I will surely rend the kingdom from you, and will give it to your servant. Notwithstanding, in your days I will not do it for David your father's sake.
I will give it to your servant. The scripture says the people mourn when a servant bears rule. But he made some actions, and now some consequences are associated with those actions. The kingdom has to be divided now. Go ahead.
But I'll rend it out of the hand of your son. Howbeit, I will not rend away all the kingdom, but will give one tribe to your son for David my servant's sake, and for Jerusalem's sake, which I have chosen. And Yahweh stirred up an adversary unto Shlomo, Hadad the Edomite. He was of the king's seed in Edom. For it came to pass, when David was in Edom, and Joab the captain of the host was gone up to bury the slain, after he had smitten every male in Edom, for 6 months did Joab remain there with all Israel, until he had cut off every male of Edom. That Hadad fled, he and certain Edomites of his father's servants with him, to go into Egypt, Hadad being yet a little child.
So, now because of this deed, enemies have been raised up. But those enemies were already prepared because of previous battles. Jump to verse 23.
And Elohim stirred him up another adversary, Rezon, the son of Eladah, which fled from his master, Hadadezer, king of Zobah. And he gathered men unto him, and became captain over a band, when David slew them by Zobah. And they went to Damascus, and dwelt therein, and reigned in Damascus.
Right. So each one of these places where Yahweh has had a military campaign, Yahweh leaves a few alive. Their entire existence is about hating Israel once they survive this war. This person has serious ill will. Once we don't do what we're supposed to do, Yahweh then puts power in the person who already hated you. He didn't have to go find somebody who hated you. There are already haters lying in wait, waiting to be called upon by Yahweh. You don't do what you're supposed to do, and they have perfect hatred concerning you. When you talk about a man that every last person in his house was killed except him, what kind of hatred you think he got? Now, he was supposed to die without any opportunity of ever getting get back. But because Shlomo decided that he was going to get 1,000 women, now he then lets that cause him to worship other gods. Now, the adversary who was never going to be stirred up is now stirred up. Now, in all these places, there's somebody left over. You try to get every last one of them, Yahweh say, leave one. Leave one. Over there, leave one. Why? All of them will be your future judgment if you don't follow the instructions that I'm giving you. You do understand that he did the same thing in your life, right? There's some things that you just think is a done deal. It's a done deal. I'm finished with that. I took care of that. Right. Don't take care of his business and see won't he wake them people up. Hey, get up. Oh, yeah. Get up. Oh, hater of sock. Get up. Go over there and get him. He didn't have to make him hate me. He already hated me. But if I don't do what I'm supposed to do, he gonna wake that person up. And by the way, I know you didn't have no sword. There you go. He over there. Then we go and say, why are these things happening unto me? What actions did you take? We all the time acting like we don't know something. I don't know why would God be angry with me. For real? Sit down and ask that question for real. Stop playing. Go ahead.
And he was an adversary to Israel all the days of Shlomo.
All the days of Shlomo, he is an adversary. He can't think of nothing else. This is what he wants. And we stir up those in our lives by not following Yahweh. Go ahead.
Beside the mischief that Hadad did, and he abhorred Israel and reigned over Syria. And Jeroboam the son of Nebat, an Ephratite of Zeridah, Shlomo's servant, whose mother's name was Zerah, a widow woman, even he lifted up his hand against the king. And this was the cause that he lifted up his hand against the king. Shlomo built Millo and repaired the breaches of the city of David his father. And the man Jeroboam was a mighty man of valor. And Shlomo, seeing the young man that he was industrious, he made him ruler over all the charge of the house of Yosef. And it came to pass at that time, when Jeroboam went out of Jerusalem, that the prophet Ahiah, the Shilonite, found him in the way, and he had clad himself with a new garment. And they two were alone in the field. And Ahiah caught the new garment that was on him and rent it in 12 pieces. And he said to Jeroboam, take you 10 pieces, for thus says Yahweh, the El of Israel, behold, I'll rend the kingdom out of the hand of Shlomo, and will give 10 tribes to you. But he shall have 1 tribe for my servant David's sake.
He does not have 1 tribe for his sake. Because your daddy is David, I have to leave you something. Because I made promises to him. Go ahead.
And for Jerusalem's sake, the city which I have chosen out of all the tribes of Israel.
All right, let's go to 1 Kings chapter 3. Because he mentioned that he was angry with Shlomo, but he said, I appeared unto him twice. He's holding him accountable for this communication. So when we go around and you hear those people saying, I talked to God last night. Oh yeah, how many nights you done had that? You had that a lot? You realize what all you're responsible for? He gonna hold you accountable for every last one of those outings if they were real. First Kings chapter 3 and start at verse 1.
And Shlomo made affinity with Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and took Pharaoh's daughter, and brought her into the city of David, until he had made an end of building his own house, and the house of Yahweh, and the wall of Jerusalem round about.
And the question is, why would he even do that? Why would he even do that? Go ahead.
Only the people sacrificed in high places, because there was no house built unto the name of Yahweh until those days. And Shlomo loved Yahweh, walking in the statutes of David his father, only he sacrificed and burnt incense in high places. And the king went to Gibeon to sacrifice there, for that was the great high place. 1,000 burnt offerings did Shlomo offer upon that altar. In Gibeon Yahweh appeared to Shlomo in a dream by night, and Elohim said, Ask what I shall give you. And Shlomo said, You have showed unto your servant David my father great mercy, according as he walked before you in truth and in righteousness and in uprightness of heart with you. And you have kept for him this great kindness, that you have given him a son to sit on his throne, as it is this day. And now, O Yahweh my Elohim, you have made your servant king instead of David my father, and I am but a little child. I know not how to go out or come in. And your servant is in the midst of your people, which you have chosen, a great people that cannot be numbered nor counted for multitude. Give therefore your servant an understanding heart to judge your people, that I may discern between good and bad. For who is able to judge this, you're so great a people? And the speech pleased the Adonai, that Shlomo had asked this thing. And Elohim said unto him, Because you have asked this thing, and have not asked for yourself long life, neither asked riches for yourself, nor have asked the life of your enemies, but have asked for yourself understanding to discern judgment.
Yahweh respected the request. Go ahead.
Behold, I have done according to your words. Lo, I have given you a wise and understanding heart, so that there was none like you before you, neither after you shall any rise like unto you. And I have also given you that which you have not asked, both riches and honor, so that there shall not be any among the kings like unto you all your days.
Wait, he didn't ask for riches and honor and power. Yahweh said, because you didn't ask, I'm giving you that too. I like what you asked for. Will Yahweh be happy with what we ask for? What are we praying for? Will he be happy? Will he say, that was a really good request, child? Go ahead.
And if you will walk in my ways to keep my statutes and my commandments, as your father David did walk, then I will lengthen your days. And Shlomo awoke, and behold, it was a dream. And he came to Jerusalem and stood before the ark of the covenant of Yahweh, and offered up burnt offerings and offered peace offerings, and made a feast to all his servants.
All right, jump to chapter 9, and I want you to read verses 1 through 9. So that was one time Yahweh appeared unto him. Now, this is a man who is building the house where Yahweh is placing his name. Okay? And he talked to Yahweh twice. Go ahead.
And it came to pass, when Shlomo had finished the building of the house of Yahweh, and the king's house, and all Shlomo's desire which he was pleased to do, that Yahweh appeared unto Shlomo the second time.
Stop. So Yahweh appeared unto Shlomo directly concerning the job that he has. You don't have no job, you don't get no communication. You done ran out of God minutes. You on Roman charges. It is connected to the job. See, if Shlomo had something, if he had that wisdom, he should have automatically found something else to do. See, when you realize what your communication is, The evil recognized it. Well, what happened when Jacob was there the whole time? Laban said, wait a minute. I realize that my God deals with me better because you here. No. Marry the other daughter. Now he done tricked him. Why? He needs to extend his time there. Why? He realizes where his blessing is coming from. So the evil do it. They realize what is giving them the access, and they rearrange everything according to that so that they will still have access to however that's getting here. How is it everybody know that except us? Go ahead.
Yahweh appeared to Shlomo the second time, as he had appeared unto him at Gibeon. And Yahweh said unto him, I have heard your prayer and your supplication that you have made before me. I have hallowed this house, which you have built, to put my name there forever. And mine eyes and my heart shall be there perpetually. And if you will walk before me.
Here we go. Here we go. If. This is the part that we don't pay attention to. If he has made a promise, I'm going to do this. But you need to do something. You need to operate a certain way. And I got you. Go ahead.
As David your father walked in integrity of heart and in uprightness, to do according to all that I have commanded you, and will keep my statutes and my judgments, then I will establish the throne of your kingdom upon Israel forever, as I promised to David your father, saying, there shall not fail you a man upon the throne of Israel. But if you shall at all turn from following me, you or your children, and will not keep my commandments and my statutes which I have set before you, but go and serve other gods and worship them.
All right, I need for y'all to pay attention to this one part in verse 6. But if you shall at all turn from following me, you or your children. See, we run off the mouth. I want this. I want that. Y'all are going to be like, I saw you praying. But let me ask you a question. What the hell Junior doing? Huh? What was Junior doing? Junior said he wasn't feeling it, so he wanted to do something else. I'm going to kill you. What? No, but that's Junior. No, I'm going to kill you. Because I told you, as long as you and, see, we don't understand how this works. What did he say when he says the stranger, if the stranger will keep the Passover, what must happen?
They must all be circumcised, all his males.
All of the males of that house get a circumcision, then let him come and keep. You ever said, no, I'm going to come and deal with you with that other stuff that's going on in your house. So because we don't understand that, we think that something is being done out of order. Yahweh said it's in order. You better go take care of that, or I'm going upside your head. Go ahead.
Then will I cut off Israel out of the land which I have given them. And this house, which I have hallowed for my name, will I cast out of my sight. And Israel shall be a proverb and a byword among all people. And at this house, which is high, every one that passes by it shall be astonished, and shall hiss, and they shall say, why has Yahweh done thus unto this land and to this house? And they shall answer, because they forsook Yahweh their Elohim, who brought forth their fathers out of the land of Egypt, and have taken hold upon other gods, and have worshipped them, and served them. Therefore has Yahweh brought upon them all this evil.
Therefore Yahweh has brought upon them all of this evil. So when people ask that question, why was it us who was made to be slaves? Because you decided to worship and serve other gods. So then you had to go and serve other gods in a land not your own, while he give your land to somebody else and you not even know it. That's the answer to that question. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 48. Isaiah 48, and we're going to read verses 1 through 11.
Hear you this, O house of Jacob, which are called by the name of Israel, and are come forth out of the waters of Yehuda, which swear by the name of Yahweh, and make mention of the El of Israel, but not in truth nor in righteousness.
Wait a minute. So he's saying there's folks walking around talking about, oh, praise Yahweh. But they don't mean it. Go ahead.
For they call themselves of the holy city, and stay themselves upon the El of Israel. Yahweh of hosts is his name. I have declared the former things from the beginning, and they went forth out of my mouth, and I showed them. I did them suddenly, and they came to pass, because I knew that you are obstinate, and your neck is an iron sinew, and your brow brass. I have even from the beginning declared it to you, before it came to pass. I showed it you, lest you should say, mine idol has done them, and my graven image and my molten image has commanded them. You have heard, see all this, and will not you declare it? I have showed you new things from this time, even hidden things, and you did not know them. They are created now, and not from the beginning, even before the day when you heard them not, lest you should say, behold, I knew them. Yes, you heard not. Yes, you knew it not. Yes, from that time that your ear was not open, for I knew that you would deal very treacherously, and was called a transgressor from the womb. For my name's sake will I defer mine anger, and for my praise will I refrain for you, that I cut you not off.
For my name's sake, I will defer mine anger, not because of something great that you have done. Back up to chapter 46, and I want you to read verses 8 through 10.
Remember this, and show yourselves men. Bring it again to mind, O you transgressors. Remember the former things of old, for I am El, and there's none else. I am Elohim, and there's none like me. Declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I'll do all my pleasure.
Declaring the end from the beginning. If that's the case, then when Yahweh is trying to give us some understanding before a trial, he says, look, I already know how the trial is going to end. It would behoove you to listen to these study notes before you take that test. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 11. See, none of this seems like it means anything to us until we understand that we got a large test coming. See, all of this is all fine and dandy. This is stuff that these people, them need to pay attention to. Them need to really pay attention. All right, Isaiah chapter 11, and we're going to read verses 10 through 16.
And in that day there shall be a root of Jesse, which shall stand for an ensign of the people. To it shall the Gentiles seek, and his rest shall be glorious. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Adonai shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, and from Egypt, and from Pathros, and from Cush, and from Elam, and from Shinar, and from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea.
This is a great migration here on the earth of people coming out of all of those lands and being shipped back to Israel. Now, here is going to be a great trial. The problem is, are you expecting to hear from him during this trial? It's going to be very tumultuous. We're talking going from one land to another land, all of these people having to leave that land. Knowing how he operates. How much communication are you expecting during this trial? You might want to pay attention to the communication that's happening before the trial. Go ahead.
And he shall set up an ensign for the nations and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Yehudah from the four corners of the earth. The envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Yehudah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Yehudah, and Yehudah shall not vex Ephraim. But they shall fly upon the shoulder of the Philistines toward the east. They shall spoil them of the east together. They shall lay their hand upon Edom and Moab, and the children of Ammon shall obey them.
Wait a minute. Yahweh does the same thing over and over. He told Dawid, you're going to be king, but you need to go over there and get that crown. He told Israel, this is your land, but you're going to have to go get it. Now he comes again. I will come and recover you out of all those places. But guess what? You need to go over there and do this. Go ahead.
And Yahweh shall utterly destroy the tongue of the Egyptian sea, and with his mighty wind shall he shake his hand over the river, and shall smite it in the seven streams, and make men go over dry shod. And there shall be an highway for the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, like as it was to Israel in the day that he came up out of the land of Egypt.
If he got a highway, you're going to have to walk. Jay, we got money, so we said, I'm going to buy my ticket to the Holy Land. And I'm just going to sit over there, I'm going to get me a little cottage, and then I'm going to wait. And then when I see y'all coming over the hill, then I'm going to jump in line. The problem is, they were sanctified and purged and tried in the fire. Those who skip the fire are not purified. You can't go in. See, we're so smart until we realize you have attacked yourself. If it's not tried in that fire and purified, it ain't going in. So because you got substance or you got something that you think is going to cause you to be able to bypass that trial, that is the very thing that's going to bypass you right to the lake of fire. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 23. And we're going to read verses 1 through 8.
Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, says Yahweh.
You know how they scatter the sheep? They won't teach them nothing. The sheep might be sitting right there in front of them, but they got scattered brains. Because they praising on, they focusing on praising, the worship, the praise dancing, the song. They focusing on all the things that won't create change in their lives, but it's entertaining. The sheep are scattered. Sheep right in front of them, and the sheep scattered. Go ahead.
Therefore thus says Yahweh Elohim of Israel against the pastors that feed my people. You have scattered my flock, and driven them away, and have not visited them. Behold, I'll visit upon you the evil of your doings, says Yahweh. And I'll gather the remnant of my flock out of all countries, whither I have driven them, and will bring them again to their folds, and they shall be fruitful and increase.
You know, this Bible constantly talks about bringing the children of Israel back to his land. So then I ask people a question. Where did Sunday morning get heaven from? Where heaven come from? He's not talking about it in this book. He's not talking about it in the Old Testament or the New Testament. Where did we get that we gonna go to heaven? He keeps saying, I'm gonna gather them and I'm gonna bring them back to their land. What other group of people that's scattered all across the earth that ain't in their land? We learn every time we watch one of these world events. You go and watch the Olympics, you see nothing but us, but you see us in every country. What you see with this FIFA? You see some players and you wonder how the hell they get over there. He play for who? How he get in that country? And they be looking like they from down the street. Until they start talking. Then you realize we are truly scattered When they said, all right, we finna watch the Swiss play football. I turned on the TV. I said, well, this is a different kind of Swiss. This was not what I was expecting with the Swiss. Said, all these people out there from down the street. How is that the same in every country? We got a test that's about to come up. The question is, how much attention are you paying before the trial starts? Go ahead.
And I'll set up shepherds over them, which shall feed them, and they shall fear no more, nor be dismayed, neither shall they be lacking, says Yahweh.
If the shepherd feeds them, but you chew it and spit it out, you still didn't get nourished. Did you finish that, bro?
No, sir.
Go ahead.
Behold, the days come, says Yahweh, that I'll raise unto David a righteous branch, and the king shall reign and prosper, and shall execute judgment and justice in the earth.
This is talking about Yahshua, the righteous branch, the branch that comes out of David. This is why he could not completely cut Shlomo off. I have to leave a branch in you because the Messiah, the anointed one, Christ, comes through this lineage, so he can't completely take the house from Shlomo, even though he was angry. Go ahead.
In his days Yehudah shall be saved, and Israel shall dwell safely. And this is his name whereby he shall be called, Yahweh our righteousness. Therefore, behold, the days come, says Yahweh, that they shall no more say, Yahweh lives, which brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But Yahweh lives, which brought up and which led the seed of the house of Israel out of the north country, and from all countries whither I had driven them.
And from all countries. Go ahead.
And they shall dwell in their own land.
He didn't say they're going to heaven. Now I need you to put two things together. They're going to dwell in their own land. Back up to verse 5. Behold, the days come, says Yahweh, that I will raise unto David a righteous branch and a king. Remember, they persecuted him because they said, "Did not you say you the king?" Didn't you say you the king? So wait a minute. Here's Yahshua. Here's Christ. And what's connected to Christ is Israel going to their own land, not Israel going to heaven. They've been lying to us, and we fall in love with the people who lie. And we get angry with the people who tell us the truth. This is what we do. Right connected to Christ is Israel going to their own land. Every story about going to heaven was a lie. But we ain't mad at them. We mad at the person who tells us it's a lie. Because we still want to believe in the tooth fairy. So we get mad at anybody that tell us. If you go and tell folks, you know, ain't no Santa Claus, folks get mad at you. Why did you tell that baby that? You ruined it for them. Oh. So my truth was a problem. Because you wanted to keep lying to them. Right. Let's go to Ezekiel chapter 22. We got one more after that. Ezekiel chapter 22. Because there's something that is said here that's rather interesting. Ezekiel 22, and I want you to start at verse 13.
Behold, therefore I have smitten my hand at your dishonest gain which you have made, and at your blood which has been in the midst of you. Can your heart endure, or can your hands be strong in the days that I shall deal with you? I, Yahweh, have spoken it, and will do it. And I'll scatter you among the heathen, and disperse you in the countries. I will consume your filthiness out of you.
Wait a minute. He's just not just putting you in the countries for no reason. He says, I am going to consume your filthiness out of you. How you going to do that? Fire. How do you take impurities out of a precious metal? Your problem is you didn't know you were a precious metal because they lied to you. They told you you wasn't nothing. They told you you were lazy. They told you all of these things and you believed it. So you thought that you were wood, hay, and stubble. So as soon as the fire was lit, you started screaming. Ah! Why? Because you think this is the end of you. Gold don't die in the fire. But they convinced you that you were not gold. And you believed it. So now gold in the fire is being purified. And you are screaming like you're wood and stubble because you think you gonna die. Read, breathe.
And you shall take your inheritance in yourself in the sight of the heathen, and you shall know that I am Yahweh. And the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, the house of Israel is to become dross. All they are brass.
Whoa. He automatically starts talking to you like a precious metal. You don't even recognize what you are. How the fire gonna burn you? Go ahead, Bree.
Verse 18, Son of man, the house of Israel is to me become dross. All they are brass and tin and iron and lead in the midst of the furnace. They are even the dross of silver. Therefore, thus says the Adonai Elohim, because you are all become dross, behold, therefore I will gather you into the midst of Jerusalem, as they gather silver and brass and iron and lead and tin into the midst of the furnace, to blow the fire upon it, to melt it. So will I gather you in mine anger and in my fury, and I will leave you there and melt you. Yes, I will gather you and blow upon you in the fire of my wrath, and you shall be melted in the midst thereof. As silver is melted in the midst of the furnace, so shall you be melted in the midst thereof, and you shall know that I, Yahweh, have poured out my fury upon you.
Right. Can we withstand the fire? You were made to withstand it. You were built for this. You've let other people tell you that you were made for something else. You were made to be his witnesses. You got to get up and encourage yourself and understand in the middle of your day, in the beginning of your day, when your day is hard, you got to go and find you a mirror and say, I was born for this. This ain't going to consume me. This ain't going to do away with me. I was born for this. And the nations ain't going to tell you because they don't want you to know that you was born for this. Let us hear the conclusion of this matter. Let's go to Psalms chapter 50. Psalms 50, and let's start at verse 1.
El Shaddai, even Yahweh, has spoken and called the earth from the rising of the sun unto the going down thereof. Out of Zion, the perfection of beauty, Elohim has shined. Our El shall come and shall not keep silence. A fire shall devour before him, and it shall be very tempestuous round about him. He shall call to the heavens from above and to the earth, that he may judge his people. Gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice.
What is your covenant and what is your sacrifice? Remember something. If it don't mean nothing to you, it don't mean nothing to him either. Go ahead.
And the heavens shall declare his righteousness, for Elohim is judge himself. Hear, O my people, and I will speak. O Israel, and I will testify against you. I am El, even your Elohim. I will not reprove you for your sacrifices or your burnt offerings that have been continually before me.
Right. We ain't got to worry about them knocking down the temple. He said, I'm not even holding that to you. That ain't what you're going to judgment for. Yeah, I know there's a whole part of the law that says that these sacrifices must be done. The incense must be burnt. Yeah. I know all of that. I ain't judging you for none of that. But there are some things that I'm going to judge you for, though. Go ahead.
I will take no bullock out of your house, nor he-goats out of your folds. For every beast of the forest is mine, and the cattle upon 1,000 hills. I know all the fowls of the mountains, and the wild beasts of the field are mine. If I were hungry, I would not tell you, for the world is mine, and the fullness thereof. Will I eat the flesh of bulls, or drink the blood of goats? Offer unto Elohim thanksgiving, and pay your vows unto the Most High. And call upon me in the day of trouble. I will deliver you, and you shall glorify me.
Call upon me in the day of trouble. The first part before that, offer unto Elohim thanksgiving and pay your vows unto the Most High. We skip that part, but we call on him when we're in trouble. Go ahead.
But unto the wicked, Elohim says, what have you to do to declare my statutes, or that you should take my covenant in your mouth? Seeing you hateth instruction, and cast my words behind you. When you sought a thief, then you consented with him, and has been partaker with adulterers. You giveth your mouth to evil, and your tongue frames deceit. You sitteth and speakest against your brother. You slandereth your own mother's son. These things have you done, and I kept silence.
These things you have done, and I kept silent. See, Yahweh will sit back, and he said, no, they ain't finished yet. No, they look like they got some more to say. No, don't intervene yet. Let them finish. See, when you learn how your Elohim act in situations, you learn how to change the way you operate. Listening to an individual say all manner of things about what we teach, and a couple brothers got upset and they ready to do something. I said, sit down. Let him talk. Let him finish. Don't stop him. He's got more to say. Go ahead.
You thought it that I was altogether such a one as yourself, but I will reprove you and set them in order before your eyes. Now consider this. You that forget Elohim, lest I tear you in pieces, and there be none to deliver. Whoso offers praise glorifies me, and to him that orders his conversation aright will I show the salvation of Elohim.
Whoso offers praise glorifies me, and to him that orders his conversation, his walk in the right way, will I show the salvation of Elohim. You know, if somebody is too busy explaining to us that we're going to go to heaven, you know they got us on the wrong path, because we're not trying to get salvation. We're trying to go to heaven. Now consider, the only way to go to heaven is to die. Now everybody want to go to heaven, but don't nobody want to die. This seems like the path of a fool. Your prize, to get it, you got to do something that you dreadfully do not want to do. The only way to get it is to die, and you do everything you can to stay alive. But that's your prize? If the prize was that great, then you would be in a hurry to go get your prize. Right? Okay. I hope we understand that when Yahweh does come the second time to gather up his people, it's going to be a enormous trial and test for us. I hope we're doing all the listening now and not get into that point where Yahweh starts moving us and all of a sudden now we want to be coddled. Now we want to be held at night. Now we want to have soft lullaby. Don't expect all that talking during the test. You need to be paying attention. That's all that we're going to do for today. Remember the Sabbath to keep it holy. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.